I hope you are having a fantastic day today. Dave K here today for another exciting, fun-filled adventure here in Hawaii. Today's adventure might be a bit different. Normally, I try to spend a whole evening sharing fun-filled festivities with you. Today's adventure might be a series of evenings, shorter evenings, so I might put them all together so that you can enjoy all of the deliciousness in the last few days here in Waikiki before I move on to the next part of my adventure. Keep your eyes open for the continuation of my adventures coming up so soon. So excited to share that with you. But tonight, let's grab some delicious food. Perhaps we'll grab some stamps and so much more. Let's do it. First stop in the lobby, filling up my water bottle. This is your reminder to stay hydrated. In case you're not drinking any water, maybe drink some now while you enjoy this video. How much water will you drink? Will it be 1.5 liters or will it be less? I can't blame you. I drink a lot, so this might be a little bit much, but you know, I'll get through it tonight. I feel quite confident of that. This is my third one today, I think. Yeah, I think it's number 3. Okay, let's make our way. Here we go. I think I will get the stamps from the ABC store right here, because if they're cool Hawaii-style stamps, then they'd be nice to have. That being said, maybe they won't be cool Hawaii stamps, in which case I'll probably just go to the post office. We'll see. Okay. I was advised that the post office has a broader selection of stamps. I feel like getting some Hawaii ones would be cool, so maybe I can get a book of Hawaii stamps from the post office. Might be a nice small souvenir. I'll get more souvenirs later on the trip, but let's walk along the beach, enjoy a beautiful beach view while we make our way to the post office, get some stamps, and then get some dinner. I've got a spot in mind. It's called Mac 24/7 in a Hilton, right around the corner. Maybe I'll take that and eat it on the beach for dinner too. Could be delicious. Let's do it. And you know me, I always walk along the beachfront whenever I can. We're looking at maybe about a mile along this way, and maybe I'll try to find food down there today instead. Maybe I'll do Mac 24/7 another day, since I'll be down that way anyways. TBD, we'll see, but enjoying this beautiful walk as we go. One other thing to note is they said specifically for the stamps, it seemed like they were cash only. I'd gotten stuff there with a card before, but for the stamps, it was cash only. Not sure why that was the case. Or maybe it was just that specific ABC store, I'm not sure. But anyways, wanted to point that out. Even in Waikiki, cash only for stamps at that ABC store. Who knew? It looks like a crowded day out on the water, and there's some construction. It seems like that thing back there is getting bigger, so it must be getting built up back that way as we're making our walk. Nice to look out at the water, but most definitely a very crowded day out in the ocean. I was thinking about eating my dinner here on the beach, but wow, it just seems so crowded. I'm not sure I will, because it might be tricky to find a nice comfortable spot. Who knows? Just something to note, but beautiful sun up there. Love to look out at that water. We'll see, or maybe I'll sit in a restaurant like Mac 24/7, TBD. I'm wondering if the increase in crowds is potentially what's leading to these increased prices in Waikiki. I noticed the hotel prices were going up, and it seemed like maybe it's because it's a more popular time of year. Maybe no one comes out here in January, but they come out here later in the year, like February, for the Chinese New Year. It is about mid-February now, so maybe the season where people want to start traveling and coming out to Hawaii is here now, but I'm not sure. Not sure why it seems like there's so much more traffic and the hotel prices are going up. So that is probably what it is, just more popular season, but who knows? Meanwhile, beautiful Lunar New Year 2021 signage here, the year of the ox. Let's make it a good one. Another note, I'm wearing the jeans today, thinking to myself, maybe it's too hot for jeans. Last time I was saying it's too cold for shorts. It's somewhere in the middle for me, between jeans and shorts. Most of you probably shorts, because you know I like it hotter, but still, even for me, jeans feels like a little much right now. It's still nice and toasty out. Down on our left, we're passing that delicious poke bar, and where we saw that live music one time. Not sure why I haven't seen it since then. I'm glad I caught it the one time very briefly, but wish I caught a little bit more of that. But we're still making our way. I'm thinking about trying some old favorites for food, but I think I'll go somewhere new, and then I can go back for an old favorite later this week if I feel like it's worth it. I never realized it before. Always thought this Tommy Bahama was just a store, but they have a restaurant and roof lounge, it seems like, in addition to the clothing store. Really interesting to see out there. I only discovered because I looked on the Maps app for food spots. Interesting how they set that up. Almost there now. We'll get some stamps and then get some food. This park I've passed and walked through a bit before, if you recall, with some interesting sculptures, and you have a tennis court behind it. But this direction, I don't think I've walked before. Perhaps the next street over I found the tonkatsu spot. But right here is the post office. Let's go get those stamps. United States Post Office. It's a bit of a hike from where I'm staying, almost a mile, but I think some souvenir stamps could be cool. Let's do it. Which side is the in and which side is the out? I'm gonna go with this one, push. I hate to say that wasn't worth the trek by any means. I looked through the stamp options and they had some interesting ones, like Year of the Ox, like this Bugs Bunny one. I've got a book of stamps here. I had to buy 20 stamps. I was hoping to buy single stamps. It sounded like I had to buy this book. I'm not sure if there were single options, but wasn't getting a lot of help there. Also didn't have any Hawaii style options. I was hoping for some cool Hawaii style souvenirs, but nothing on that lens too. So unfortunately, I didn't feel this was worth that walk. But you know what? It's nice to be outdoors. Beautiful to enjoy the nature out here. Can't hurt to walk these beautiful city streets and look for our dinner destination. We'll see what sounds good tonight. Probably Mac 24/7. I thought about going back to Marukame Udon. That was so good. Loved the food there. And I'm on this part of town, so maybe it's worth looking at. But I figured try something new and choose my favorites before going back to some of the favorites. That way, I'll know exactly what the best things are while I'm still here. One advantage of going to the post office for stamps, I was able to use a credit card to get the stamps. I'm getting closer now to those food spots, and I'm thinking we'll stick with Mac 24/7. Try something new and let you know what we think of that. Let's do it. Passing by the beach once more on our way to grab food. It's a beautiful view of the sun slowly setting as we've walked by both times. Walking past this Haagen-Dazs down this more narrow street ahead of Cheeseburger in Paradise, there's a Hilton Hotel back here, from my understanding. And that Hilton Hotel contains our restaurant Mac 24/7 for tonight. All right, let's do it. I saw there's also a Mac to go, but I'm not sure it's the same restaurant. When we get there, we'll find out. We can ask them, be like, hey, I want to order some stuff here. Maybe we take it to go, maybe we don't. As I walk further down this street, it opens up quite a bit, it gets a lot brighter, and you can see these mini palm trees on our left. Beautiful mini palm trees as we make our way towards the hotel. It's beautiful views all around. Makes me think maybe just sharing these views will make up a full vlog, and I won't do all the dining experiences in one video this week. We'll see how things go. And there it is right ahead of us, Hilton Waikiki. We're just gonna find the crosswalk. Looks like it'll be right up there, and then we'll make our way to the hotel. And there's a bus passing us now. We had our chance to ride the buses. It was nice to see, but that's it for this trip with the buses, I think. Here it is up close, the Hilton Waikiki. This is the Mac 24/7 restaurant, also parking that way. So let me see if there's a different entrance, like this one up here. We'll walk in that way and then find the restaurant. Stepping inside this one. Let's see how it's different from the one we stayed in. Okay. Oh, they're not open yet, it seems. They open at 5 p.m. Okay, so we're close. Almost time. Almost time to eat. Here's this hotel. It's a beautiful one. Look at this Hilton. Most definitely seems as if it's a little bit more fancy than the one I stayed in. I gotta say, overall, I like the feel of it. Maybe we'll look upstairs while we're waiting for the food spots to be open right here. I'm not sure what we'll get. So many great spots. There's the Mac Daddy pancakes featured on Man vs. Food. I'm not sure. This is so interesting. The Mac Daddy Pancake Challenge. Finish 5 pounds in 10 minutes or less. There's 4 people up there, it seems like, from the later part of last year, early this year. And then the Mac Mama Cheeseburger Challenge. Finish 5 pounds in 45 minutes or less. Wow. Very impressive. That ability to eat rapidly in big quantities. Restaurant's right here on our right. It says it should be open around 5. Interesting to see anytime, any day. But hopefully it'll be open in about 20 minutes. We'll see. While we're waiting for this restaurant, let's take a quick look upstairs. Want to see a bit more of what the lobby area looks like and the different amenities that this hotel provides. It seems like a nice one. I could see myself potentially checking this one out at some point as well. I love the feel with the wooden Polynesian style carvings, the white and brown colors. I like it. And here's DVD Now. Automated DVD rental system. Cool. They have all kinds of stuff. Most definitely the same ownership with the Hilton Clean Stay signs. I don't know about ownership, but same brand. But it also seems like this one has a fitness center. Open 24 hours with a room key required. Nice. Overall, a nice one. I'll have to look up what the difference is between a Garden Inn and a standard Hilton. What this one offers that the other one doesn't, or vice versa. But I really do enjoy this decor all around us. It feels larger, perhaps, or at least a larger lobby, more amenities in the area. I'm not sure. There's a gym in there. Seems like one large gym, and a variety of other amenities up here on the second floor. Looking down, we can see the bar, we can see the lobby to sit back and relax. All kinds of views to enjoy if you're in the neighborhood. The time has come. Mac 24/7. Let's do it.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, beautiful place. It's got like a beachy feel. Nice chairs too. Sure, that'd be great. Thank you. Beautiful view outside the window too here to enjoy our delicious meal. Look at these table booths in the middle. I got a beautiful window seat and I'm excited to dig in. Let you know what we think here. All right, let's give it a shot. And I can scan my food stuff here, fill out that contract tracing, and we'll be on our way. Love the private dining room feel in here. I got here early, I guess, just at the opening of the restaurant, so they sat me immediately. It's right at 5:01. So we're gonna be one of the first ones to eat here today. Should be nice and quiet. Enjoy a beautiful view and some delicious food. The whole menu looks delicious. I didn't even notice the smoked chicken wings. Sounds fantastic. Eat with your hands, that's that Wagyu burger. So many ways to do it. He recommended the Swiss cheddar and American cheese, someone I met from the team in the hall. You've got the club, the BLT, so many choices. But I don't know, chicken and waffles just sounds really good right now. Take a look at the view outside the window here. Love this beautiful view as we are sitting back, relaxing and waiting to order. Love that fountain running over there and to see all that nature, that grass, as they're taking care of the greenery, the foliage behind the resort. So I've gone ahead and ordered those chicken and waffles. Excited to give them a shot, try them with you. I heard the breakfast pancakes were also amazing. It's also really quiet in here right now, just me. So it seems like the one team member is taking care of the phones and taking care of me here. Hopefully that's okay and I'm not making things difficult, but yes, excited for some chicken and waffles. Let's do it. Although I may be one of the first ones here and maybe a little early with the food, waiting for it for a while, this is a beautiful view. It's a beautiful way to sit back and relax and enjoy the scenery while you wait for your food. Definitely one of my favorite things so far about the restaurant. I also really enjoy the quiet and that I'm the only one here, so maybe I have to make it a habit to be the first one at restaurants. Who knows? It's also worth noting that you need a key to use the restroom in this hotel. So you ask them here at the restaurant and they can give you the key to the restroom so that you can use it, unless you're staying here, in which case you have a key. Now you know. Take a look at this plate. Looks delicious. So excited to dig in. It even has jalapenos on it. Look at that, the chicken and waffles. Good chunk of waffles, even better chunk of chicken, and those jalapenos with the gravy. You got your maple syrup and the butter. Oh yeah, should be everything we need right here. Let's do it. All right, start with some chicken. Yeah. Nice, solid combo of the chicken and waffles here. I feel like there is a good bit of skin on the chicken, but it's fried beautifully, cooked deliciously, and the waffles are great too. You gotta combine them, do the gravy, do the maple syrup, do it all, and then we'll give you a final review later. And this is how I prep a chicken and waffle. Look at that. You put the maple syrup and the butter in there, and then I put the chicken on top, and then I put the gravy on top after the chicken's on top with a little jalapeno on there. Boom, look at that. Chicken and waffles stacked up, so I can eat them together in one bite. I do feel still like there's a lot of crackling or a lot of skin in there, fried skin for the chicken, but otherwise fantastic. I'll give you my full review after this. That being said, before I forget, I do feel like there's a cinnamon styling to the butter, which I like, pretty nice. I'm not sure if it's an attempt at like a cinnamon churro style butter or a mac nut butter perhaps, but I like the unique stylings of the butter. Maple syrup, pretty standard. Again, love how the chicken is fried, and the waffles cook pretty well too, so solid, but more review later. And tell me that doesn't look beautiful. Beautifully prepped chicken and waffles, deliciously made for your enjoyment. With the sauce, I put all of the extra sauce, maple syrup included, on the top of the arrangement with jalapenos. Oh yeah, chicken and waffles. Not the healthiest choice, but it was recommended here, so I had to try it. Plus I was feeling like chicken and waffles. And look at how quickly it got dark out here. The sun has already set. It's beginning to lightly rain, so we're gonna stay dry out here in the rain, make our way back, and finish reviewing this delicious food here from Mac 24/7. Let's do it. And just like that, back in my room for the night. Time flew by out there. I wasn't expecting the sun to set while I was enjoying my delicious dinner, but it did. It was most definitely a quiet night at the restaurant. After ordering my food, getting that food, eating the food, leaving, about an hour and a half later, there were only about 3 parties total in the restaurant, including myself. So it was quiet, and I would say the service was on the slower side. That being said, it seemed like it was okay for me to be there to be ordering that food, like it was no issue. It was just a much quieter time at that spot than maybe they anticipated. I did think the food was not bad. I want to give it maybe a 7. It got a bit of a downgrade for me because there were some more firm pieces in there, perhaps chewy parts of the chicken in addition to the chicken wings, the cracklin, which I thought were okay, but not my preferred method for chicken and waffles. Most definitely need to give it a huge quantity. Kudos though, that was plenty of food. I went from pretty hungry to not at all hungry by the time I left. Overall, 7 out of 10, not bad. Probably unlikely to go back, but we'll see. I did enjoy the views, probably the most, was probably my favorite thing, was the beautiful view of their back patio from that meal. And that concludes today's adventures. Now off to tomorrow evening's adventures. I'll see you there. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Dave K here today for another fun-filled, delicious night in Waikiki. I'm going back to Marukame Udon. It's recommended on all the lists, and it's well-deserved. It's such a delicious udon spot. I really loved it last time. I'm gonna try something new, get some new tempura on the side, let you know what we think, and maybe I can get some good breakfast food items. I was thinking maybe I drop in Kona coffee purveyors, but I think they're probably closed by the time I get out there, or they're all out of those croissants, which were so good. We'll see. Let's get out there, take a look at some of the old favorites in Waikiki before we leave town. This beachfront construction on our left is coming along. You can see they're still working hard out there on making, I guess, another cove in that beachfront area. But I thought it might be nice to share those views with you because I'm really enjoying the views of the water. That's the way to do it. It seems like the beach expansion has grown, actually. I believe this was the part of the beach that we enjoyed in the past. I'm wondering if this is what's leading to those crowds lately on the beach, is there's just a lot less beach space for people to enjoy. I hear this is still a lot less than the normal year when the mask thing isn't a thing and there's more tourism, but just so you know, this is what it's like now. It's about half a mile, maybe a bit more, so somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes maybe to walk from where I'm staying down to Marukame Udon. So a bit further than last time, but it's a beautiful sunny day. I'm enjoying these views, and I definitely don't mind this midday stroll. Especially lately I'm wearing shorts. Got my shorts back on, and flip-flops even, so getting more comfortable for these longer walks. Oh yeah. Here is that one part of the beach that's in use, this little cove right here on the left. I do like this part of the beach to enjoy. I've started to learn it well. This is the turn with Hawaiian Casuals and then Sheraton Princess back there. That's my landmark to know. I make the turn here to get to that old hotel, in addition to those food spots we're heading towards tonight. Through here seems to be the Kona Coffee Purveyors attached to this shopping mall. Oh look, here's the entrance, wide open. All kinds of good looking stuff in there. I wonder if I should try something new one of these days. Maybe. There's a trolley over there. I saw some stuff about this trolley, but it seemed like it was sold out while I was in the area. It's a little bit tricky, but is what it is. I walked in there to Kona Coffee Purveyors and found out that they only do in the morning is when they have those stuffed croissants. So I'll have to come back in the morning somewhere before noon. Sounds like significantly before noon, like 7 to 11 or something like that. So something to keep in mind. Someday we'll come back for those. Unfortunate that they're out, but they are tasty. So now off to get some delicious dinner. That udon spot that I really like down that way. Hopefully we can give that one a shot again and try something new. We'll let you know what we think here in Waikiki. And who knows, maybe I should try a shaved ice spot like that one of these days for a dessert spot, but I feel like I don't need the sugars, at least not right now. Maybe I'll save them for where I'm going. Anyways, let's do this. Let's see what sounds good here. I feel like I should try something new. Choices. I really did love that nikutama. That was so good. Maybe I should try the kitsune because it has tofu instead. And here's the menu in front of me. It almost seems like there's more options once you step inside, so most definitely worth checking out that menu too. Tofu, kitsune? Number 5. Please, 5. Choices. Too many choices. The calamari and the crab. Hey, let me do this one too. Please. Okay, here we are, excited to dig in. I got the calamari tempura, the crab tempura, and the, was it a husubi? It's like the breakfast roll with the onion and the eggs, all kinds of good stuff in there. And here is my large kitsune. It is the tofu style udon here. I thought the tofu would be thicker than this. You can see it's really wide, but it's really thin, so something to keep in mind. 2 sauces on the side here. I've got the tempura sauce and the sweet tempura sauce. We'll let you know what we think of the whole thing. Definitely enough for leftovers, I think. Around 14 bucks total, which is nice. Let's dig in, let you know what we think. Now it is definitely more crowded in here than it was last time. I used to have a booth seat, now I'm at a table end, but hopefully it'll be okay in terms of the lighting, in terms of the noise. Might just share my review with you after we leave. We'll see, but I'm excited to dig in, let you know what we think. So good. In keeping with the spirit of the views in Hawaii, here's my view outside the window. There's a billboard sort of in my way, but otherwise, beautiful view right outside the window of all that nature. Oh, I finished off those noodles, have the majority of my tempura left, but I am stuffed. Let me give you that full review here, let you know what I thought. Let me start with the soup, that number 5, the tofu, sweet tofu soup. Overall, I thought it was not bad. I loved the flavor of the sweet tofu itself and the tempura flakes that were in there. That being said, the rest of the soup was only okay. I didn't feel like the soup was especially flavorful. I think there was more flavor in that beef one that we had last time, the nikute. Maybe this was the nikute, I'm not sure. But the beef one was especially flavorful in addition to the meat and the eggs and all that. Whereas this one, I felt like the whole main event in the soup was the sweet tofu. Otherwise, it was pretty flavorless. I even added some sweet tempura sauce to the noodles in order to make the soup more flavorful. That being said, the sides were generally solid. Last time I was recommended the crab, the imitation crab tempura, and I was worried because I was thinking, imitation crab, it can't be that good, right? But it was. The imitation crab was solid. One of the most flavorful items here, I think. It was one large log, one large piece. Not so much flakes of imitation crab put together, but one big log of it. But it did taste a good bit like crab, and I liked that. On the flip side of that, I didn't think the calamari was very flavorful. Of the 3 sides, I think the calamari was my least favorite because it almost tasted like nothing. I know it was calamari, but it didn't taste like it. And as I'm walking up towards the beach, let me give you that last and certainly not least, that breakfast egg roll review. I did like the breakfast egg roll. I think that either that one or the crab would be my favorite this time around. It did pack quite a bit of flavor, and I'm really looking forward to finishing it off for breakfast because it does have a perfect combination of those meats and cheeses and eggs to feel like a breakfast item. That being said, I don't necessarily see this one being as standard of a side for an udon soup as you might think, for example, tempura crab might be. So it all depends what you're in the mood for. I would be most likely to get one of those 3, the chicken tonkatsu, the crab tempura, or the breakfast egg rolls as my fried dish, and most definitely that beef and egg udon noodles. That one was fantastic, and by far the clear winner. Now I'm walking back in the direction of my hotel and the beachfront, because I love to walk along the beach, and who knows, maybe I'll spend a little bit of time there before the end of the night. Right now the beach does look a little bit less crowded than it has other days, so perhaps I can find a place to sit out here and look at the water and watch the sun for a little while, since it's such a beautiful place to be, and since I won't be here forever. I'm really not sure what all this construction is about, what they're making here, but it's interesting how much it's progressed in the last several days. Just looking down at this construction, being able to sit back here where it's nice and quiet. Nobody else over here, I guess, because they don't love the construction views as much. With this post in the middle blocking the sun from being right in my face, but still get to see what that water looks like rippling by on either side. Really, really nice view to sit back and relax and enjoy for a little while I'm here. Thanks so much for helping to make my day an amazing day. Don't forget to make your day an amazing day as well. Make sure you focus on those positive vibes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed of other positive vibes here in Hawaii and in so many other places coming up soon. And until then, remember, happiness can be found in even the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Bye. And play on, and play on. Oh, the camera's backwards. Hello, the camera's forwards.